Dolomite review?
Oh, goddamn right.
The fuck yeah, let's do it.
All right, am I doing the trailer or are you doing the trailer?
I could add in poster. We can do it now. It don't matter.
All right, I got that shit. I stay ready, son. All day. Boom.
You love him and I love him. Put your hands together.
Dolomite is my name. Hey, you know, Auntie, I was thinking about putting out a comedy record.
Comedy? You been a singer, a shape dancer?
It's real hard to break in. Whatever it takes to get in. I come up with a new character. Dolomite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
What you do to your hair? You look like a pimp.
It's all pretend. I just created a character.
You're a trip.
Pull on that.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, that's right. Whatever it takes, I'm ready to do it. I got to be totally outrageous.
It's filthy. You've got a product here that you can't sell or promote.
All my life, people been telling me no. Really?
Sometimes our dreams just don't come true.
A man slammed a door in my face. I just found another door. I want the world to know I exist.
Yeah.
This ain't funny. And it ain't no brothers in it either.
If I get up in that light with my own movie, I could be everywhere all at once. Let's bring Dolomite to the screen.
The actors we hire are a bit doughier than them.
Doughier?
Hey, that's Durban Martin.
I'm offering you a role in my new motion picture.
You think you could just walk up here and hire me? No.
What if we let you direct?
In storytelling, it's always best to write what you know.
Ain't nothing to talk about my person.
I feel like him in this movie was the real him for Keegan Michael Key.
Pimps and Kung Fu.
Yeah. Do you know karate?
No, but I'm a fast learner. I can learn how to chop me up, mother. Yeah.
Action.
Dolomite, give it to me.
Put your weight on it. That's gonna be the episode's title, bro. Put your weight on it.
This thing flops, you're gonna be working for free for the rest of your life.
I'm so grateful for what you did for me, because I never seen nobody that looks like me up there on that big screen.
Alright, y'all seen enough Dolomite. Let me start by saying this, man. My one gripe with this film, I wanted more. I wanted more Dolomite.
I completely agree.
I finished watching it, I was like, damn, bro, they got part 2 where they make the next movies? I was like, where's that at? Like, I want to see more Dolomite movies with
Yo,
Eddie
fam,
Murphy.
real talk, I threw on the Dolomite movie, the first one, on YouTube. I threw that on right after watching this. I had to go watch that. I haven't seen that movie since you came a long time ago. Came up from North Carolina, like, yo, you ain't heard of Dolomite, nigga? I'm like, what the hell? No. We're Toronto. We got Third World Cop. We got Dancehall Queen up here. We got Top Shotters. That's what we're watching up here. You know what I mean? Paid in Full. We ain't got no Dolomite. So he threw that on. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this a comedy? And like at first, it's like, yeah, this is funny. This is actually funny. It starts off dark, you know what I mean? Like serious, but after a while, it's like, nah, this is a comedy, man. And after you realize this shit is great, it hits, man. This is a hit.
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I learned something about what's his name, Rudy Ray Moore. Is his name? Yeah,
Rudy
Ray.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, and I didn't know like he was like self-made basically, yo. And I didn't know he did all this by himself, but to see that and like just inspiration and just see him stay true to himself, that was dope. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
This movie dropped so many little gems in it too, of like the culture of like rapping and stuff like that. Like how homeless guy came in and he was like, yo, this is like original. This is like what black people do. This is what we've been doing, baby. This is coming back all the way from, you know, like talking about it coming all from Africa and stuff like that. He's like, this is what we do, baby. Like, I was like, holy shit, they're dropping so many little gems. I loved the hustle and the grind of him and the determination. I didn't know all that was his character like that, like coming up and getting knocked down so many times, but he just kept striving for excellence. And yeah, man, this movie was great, man. How you feel about it, Akil?
You know I'm biased. You know Rudy Ray Moore is one of my idols. And cause like you said, I put you on that shit. Like
like when you were
back in 07, 07. I had y'all watching that. They combined the first Dolomite movie and they combined Human Tornado.
Okay.
Like bitch, are you for real? That's Human Tornado. And then in the beginning where he's doing that first like karate fight scene, that's Dolomite.
Yeah, that's from Dolomite. Yeah,
that's from Dolomite. So Human Tornado to me, that's like the Terminator 2 Dolomite films, man. Like that's like creme de la creme.
I'm gonna have to throw that tonight.
Yeah, watch Human Tornado. For everybody listening, check out Human Tornado first. You don't have to watch the first Dolomite. You can go ahead and skip and watch Human Tornado. It has Ernie Hudson in there. That's the black guy from Ghostbusters.
Okay.
He actually started out on Dolomite. He was like 20 years old when he did Human Tornado. And then from there, he transitioned to like bigger films and doing Ghostbusters. So Rudy Ray Moore opened a lot of doors for people. That one actor, the guy that does the voice for Spawn, he was actually one of the Dolomite films. So a lot of like black actors during the time who were on the come up, they were either in the film as supporting cast or as extras back in the day. So Dolomite did a lot for the black community.
I love the way all the cast came together to like pay tribute to this man, because like it had Eddie Murphy, Keegan-Michael Key, Michael Epps, Craig Robinson, T.I., Snoop Dogg. That's just to name a few. Wesley Snipes. You know what I mean? They had so many. The cast was just full of people, man. It was dope, and everybody did their thing. They all were looking like they were having fun, and they told this story. Like Chris Rock was in there. It had a lot of surprises, a lot of surprising people. They did their thing in this, man. Eddie Murphy kind of had I don't know if he was acting like Dolomite or if he was just doing an Eddie Murphy being a black guy thing, but it was cool. But it was dope to see Eddie Murphy paying tribute, and it was cool. It was great to see Eddie Murphy cursing again and getting his shit, getting going. So
ideally, I would have wanted Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac
still alive.
Oh.
Yeah, Bernie Mac would have killed it. Charlie Murphy would have also killed it.
Charlie
Eddie Murphy to me, he kind of just played Donkey from Shrek. He was just Eddie Murphy. Like I never got Rudy Ray Moore, but I still like that he was paying tribute to the character. I just felt like I was watching Eddie Murphy the whole film. So that's one
exactly.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
See how you feeling? JT, how you feel? What was your favorite scene? You know, what stood up?
Just like I don't have a favorite scene. I just enjoyed the movie for what it was. I enjoyed that they took like little details of his life and put it into a condensed version within 2 hours for me to understand like where he was coming from, how he came about, like what was his vision, and his supporting cast, like not cast, his supporting friends he had. He kept them on, and at the end, at the end when he was like, "I'm about my money, y'all ain't gonna shice me about my money."
Yeah,
it that really like hit home with me, and on top of it, it was entertaining at the same time. So, I like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, man. Everything about it.
The man went homeless doing this, man. That was crazy. Like I didn't know any of that in the story. Like I did not know he went homeless doing this, went broke. Like that's crazy.
He invested in himself. What they say, like 30,000 from his original partners or something like that.
Yep.
To make the movie.
Yeah. Big risk.
Yeah.
The amount of hurdles, like his whole journey of like getting into starting off with the mixtapes and selling that, like all the stuff that he did, you could apply that to just about anything. Like if you're trying to be a rapper, the type of like blueprint that he lays down, you could apply that same blueprint.
And it's still relevant.
Anything, it's still relevant too.
Yeah,
they call him the Godfather of rap, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
If they credited him, that was dope.
Crazy.
Akil, how you feeling?
I never knew the whole fact about him like getting basically getting his material from like the drunks, because that's what I've been doing. Like when I was young, I used to hang out with this guy named Larry, this old man at when I was working at KFC. And he would tell me all these crazy wild stories, and I would like turn around and like turn that into the act. And like now me and you we're Trinidadian, we all have like that one uncle that just tells these crazy stories while they're drunk and they're like, you understand? You understand what he ting and then the this and the that, and they go on the road telling you this crazy shit. And I'm just like, damn, I need to start writing this down, man.
That's rap, man. That's hip hop. Like that's like you're telling your family and your friends' experiences through you. You're translating it through them. You know what I mean? You're telling the ghosts of your ancestors stuff. You know, that's what rap is. That's what real true comedy is. Like saying that the dark shit that you've been through and making light of it. You know, so. That's what this is, and that's why this movie was so dope, because he translated through both of those things, the music and the entertainment, the movies. He strived for excellence. He hit that mark and he did it. What happened? Like I had like my eyes watered at the end, man. I'm not gonna lie. When he was like, yo, I don't want to spoil, but like when the things that happened in the end, I was happy for this guy, man.
You like
who he was? Yeah, I was like, yo, he did. Think that Kane. I was like, woo, this man did it, man. He did it.
So now when you go back and watch movies like Human Tornado, you appreciate them. It hits different now.
Yeah, because before
I might add it to my DVD collection.
I was like, this is like blaxploitation. Like, is this exploiting black people's culture? You know what I mean? Is it just actors who are just selling out the culture to make a buck? Is that what this is? But then now that you see this, and he's like, I've been wanting to shoot me a honky for a long time, and you realize. That's what a lot of black people say, you know what I mean? Like, it's like black people think. So when he says that, it hits different. It's like, oh shit, that's funny, because you know that's how it is. But like the shit that he says, like he's like, bitch, you think I wear cotton underwear? Get the fuck out of here! Like he just came out of jail. He's frustrated. Like that shit it hits different when you see the movie, like laying those scenes out, like and actually breaking it open. Like, oh shit, okay, now I get that. So I highly recommend this, and I highly recommend go back and watch those originals, man. Go back and watch the God do his work.
Yeah, man. I had the box sets in 07, baby, man. I've been rocking with Rudy all since 07.
Yeah, man.
So,
Canada doesn't get put on to shit like that, man. Especially before the internet came. Nah. We weren't getting put on.
Guess what? Rotten Tomatoes gave.
What'd they give it?
97.
Oh, okay. Surprised.
Mm-hmm.
They usually don't like stuff like this.
I give this a 99.9%.
Yeah, it's damn near perfect. And my only problem was just Eddie was being Eddie. If he became Rudy more, if it was more Rudy, I would have gave it a perfect 10. But it's a 9.99999999999.
Yeah. And when he did the spots that he did in the movies, he didn't hit it perfect, but like he still did it. And I was appreciative that they added that stuff in, and they did a cool way of filming him as if he was back in the 70s. Like the style of it looked like, and they took the actual original footage and meshed him in there with the editing. I appreciated the way they did all that type of stuff. The bed scene when he's like, put your weight on it. And they actually show how they figured all that out with the things going up and down and all this type of stuff. That was great. Ah, man, this movie's special, man.
I think I read an article where it said Eddie, he wanted to do this like 15 years ago, but nobody would want to pick it up. Wow. So I'm glad Netflix did it.
I'll be honest, man. I felt bad while I was watching this movie because I couldn't go see it in theaters, and I didn't go see it in theaters because it was playing for a small little time before it came out on Netflix. Had a small little release window, but I wish I saw this in the theaters, in the big screen, man. This is a special movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so let me hit y'all with some Rudy Ray Moore things to check out. So check out Dolomite, Human Tornado, Disco Godfather, P.D. Whitstraw. Some of y'all that like the movie Baps or Holly Berry, he was in that movie back in '97.
Oh, okay.
He was?
Oh, yeah. He played a character named Nate.
Oh, okay.
So that's in his older years. What else was he in? So
where was he? What part of from?
I think he was in LA after a while. He did a lot of stuff with Snoop. So he was in the Murder was the Case that they gave me in the little short video. He was in that, and then he was in the Snoop Doggy Dogg World video.
Oh, wow.
He did a lot of stuff in LA. Like Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore, he was active all the way to 2009.
Oh.
He passed in 08, but he still had a project that came out in 09.
Wow.
So he was active all his life. Like he started late in the game. He was like in his late 40s when he started, but he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna hit the ground running. And he did. He just stayed active every year. Pretty much every year he had a project coming out.
That's an amazing story,
From
man.
1975 to 2008.
Dang.
Steady working.
Man, yeah, no. Are there any favorite scenes that you guys had from the movie that stand out to you, Akil, JT?
I like the fact that they took scenes out of the movies and played them almost to a T. You know, at the end, you know, they showed it, especially when he was hitting old girl in the bed. He put your weight on it, and the ceiling came down. And I have to tell you, Wesley Snipes, he played that role. I don't care what nobody say. He played that role.
Yo, Wesley, honestly, he was a standout because he was doing great, especially when he was with the girl and he's like, when he had the chest open, he's like, okay, just be gone, peasants. You know, like he was like more elaborate with his style and he wasn't stiff. You know what I mean? He was just like, come on, baby, let's. And he's touching his nose with the booger sugar and all this shit. You know, like it was fucking hilarious.
The one person that kind of like faded to the background to me was Craig Robertson. He didn't really do much.
But nah, he's around a bunch of elite dudes, man. In this movie, he's not around like some regular smegular, you know, actors.
But everybody kind of like didn't really dislike even Titus Burgess from the Kim show on Netflix. Like he did well. He didn't really fade into the background. Yeah, he did Keegan Michael Key held his own. Mike Epps. Yeah. Even Snoop Dogg for the little cameo he had, he was good.
That was heartbreaking, man. I thought Snoop was running a big radio station and shit. He's like, yo, I can't play your record. I thought he was on a big LA radio station at the start. Then he's just working in a record store playing records for the. I was like, oh man, he's turning them down in a little record store. Like, holy shit, this guy got to do. And he's the manager of the record store. Did you guys catch that? And they won't play his record. It's like, what? That was crazy. I was watching it like, wait, what just happened? I had to rewind it and be like, wait. Was Snoop Dogg playing music for the record store and he turned down the manager to play his record because it was that shit? That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
And then his albums, like, they killed now. Like, people were like buying the shit out of his albums after that. But you just gotta believe in yourself, man, and hustle. This movie motivated the shit out of me.
Yeah, man. I went on Twitter. I went on Tidal to see if I could find it. I gotta find Dolomite shit, man. I'm gonna look for Rudy Ray Moore. I'm gonna search it like that and see if I find it. Yeah,
if you just type in Rudy Ray Moore, like it's on Apple Music and you can listen to his comedy albums that way. And YouTube has a couple clips from Human Tornado, but I believe they put Dolomite on Amazon. Jump on that wave.
As soon as Akil finished watching it, man, he called me up. Fuck it, man. I'm making movies. That's how inspired he was, man, after watching this.
Yeah, man.
The one part I was like, come on, Eddie, was when he was in the theater and he kept looking back at the light and then looking at the crowd and then looking back at the light and then looking at the light. I was like, okay, Eddie, we get it. You're inspired by the movie. Like it's like a good 4 minutes of him just like, that goddamn light, you know, like it's like, all right, we get it, bro. That was one part of the movie. I was like, it's a little cheesy, but we get it. He's inspired by seeing what's happening around him. Yeah. But it had some dope parts in this, man. Snoop Dogg killed it. He did a great job for the little parts he was in. I was wondering if his hair was really his or he's getting a little, the add-ons.
That shit looked like Stevie Wonder braids, right? Had some spaces in there.
I was like, how you go from dreads to that so fast? Like, that ain't possible, is it? Like he cut his hair and he had something in, put a little fake weave in there or something. What else? Yeah, standout scenes was when they got the lights on in the theater and they showed the classic theater and they gave a little Easter egg on how that was like a black theater where they would show black movies and the culture behind it. I was like, that is dope. I don't know if that's a real place. I ain't from LA. I ain't from America. But
that's a real place. That's a real place.
That's hard, man. The way they put that into the movie was dope, man. And if I go to LA and I go to Hollywood, I gotta go see that spot. You know what I mean?
This is like a Black History movie,
Indy,
bro.
Right?
It was. What was that? Sorry,
the first one was in Indy, right? Indianapolis. That black-owned theater.
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know.
The other
But yeah, what I was saying, JT was this movie's like a Black History film, like on the low.
It was.
Yeah, because that whole putting the fucking taking the power from the other building to power up that building reminded me of like Beat Street and those old breakdancing movies when they would go get in, they'd be like, "It's working." It's working. You know, like then the party would start. I was like, holy shit, it's fucking lit. It gave me that B-boy vibe, you know, like it just had that. It's hip hop, it's culture, you know what I mean? It just had that vibe. So that gave me the little fuzzies inside, you know.
It's just sad that we didn't let this man smell the roses while he was still here, man. Like he's getting all this love now.
I'm not gonna front like I knew who he was. I didn't know who he was, and I didn't appreciate it when I saw it. I'm not gonna be one of these people who are acting like I've been on it. I didn't know. I watched this with you when you were little, and you're like, "Yo, man, this guy's a shit, man." You and your boy, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know if this is this supposed to be funny. Or is this some low budget shit? Are they taking advantage of Black people's culture here?" Like, I had so many questions while watching it, you know. But I enjoyed it. I was like, "The hell is this?" I know Black exploitation like Foxy Brown and shit like that, but I didn't know this one. So I was like, "Man, is this just to try to grab money quick scheme or something? Like, what is this?" You know, like I felt very skeptical while watching it. But
people don't realize. Here's a quick fact though about Blaxploitation. Like they don't realize that Blaxploitation saved Hollywood. Hollywood was going into bankruptcy during the time in the 70s, and all these damn black films, like he said, that those 5 blocks that they weren't worried about. Yeah. Every hood with those 5 blocks, they all came out and supported films like this, Nigga Charlie, Sweetback, Shaft. What's her name? Foxy.
So basically, those movies are the blade of the MCU.
Pretty much, yeah. These films saved Hollywood. Like when that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out, I was just like, I don't give a fuck about that. I want to show what saved Hollywood, which was Blaxploitation films.
For real, that's a good fact. Yeah. Maybe we should just let the shit fall and then we just develop our own after everything falls apart, huh? How about that? Instead of always saving this shit for people being the hero. I don't know. That's another topic for another day, though.
That's the show right there.
Let the motherfucker fall, man. Shit. Why do we keep saving this shit? Anyways.
The girl who played Lady Reed, I think she did a pretty good job as well. I enjoyed her character.
Yeah, she did a great job. And I love the way she came into the movie from the bar.
Yeah.
And she's beating up her cheating boyfriend and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this? Like, I was automatically interested. And I didn't even know they're going to introduce more characters, like main characters. By that time in the story, I was like, okay, we got everybody, the table set. We're rocking. We're moving forward. But yeah, no, she was a standout for sure.
You know who could have did that role as well? Miss Pat. Miss Pat's been killing it in the comedy scene. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Miss Pat.
Let me check. She sounds familiar. Let me see.
Yeah, she sounds familiar.
She's been on Breakfast Club and Joe Rogan a couple times.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I seen her.
Yeah, because there's a certain line you got to walk with her character. You got to have that sass, but you got to be charming. You can't just come off as an asshole.
But can she sing, though?
Did this character sing? I don't remember her singing in the Dolomite movies.
Yeah, in Dolomite she sang.
Okay, because she was kind of
country satire type of song where they're making fun of like white people music.
No.
Talking about fucking together and shit like that, remember?
Yeah, I remember that part.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, man. Check this movie out. Stop wasting time. It's on Netflix. Go watch this, man. I watched it at night, and then I put on the Dolomite movie, and then I woke up the next day and I had Dolomite is My Name on again in the background while I was doing stuff throughout my day. So that's how I feel about this, man. That's all I gotta say. I'm throwing it on again. It's one of those movies that after you watch it, there's scenes that you go back and you're like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that and that. You know, like it's a great movie.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was a great film, man. I'm biased though.
10 motherfuckers out of 10 motherfuckers.
You're rat soup eating motherfucker. Dance when they're shooting at them.
Yeah, man.
That shit warmed my heart when I was in high school.
Drive, nigga, drive.
That's from the Drive, nigga, drive. That's from Human Tornado. You need to watch Human Tornado.
Yeah, I got to see that one. But that scene in the movie, I was like dying. I was like, holy shit.
Let me. I want to pull up a scene from Human Tornado real quick while y'all talk.
Okay,
so
cool.
Riff for a second, real quick.
Yeah. So obviously, you know how. Oh, go ahead, JT. How you feel?
So, do you think this is like the stamp on Eddie Murphy's comeback?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And this is the perfect PR for Eddie Murphy to be able, and also for him to get into his old Eddie Murphy like shell of him being like saying shit, because he's covering all the bases. This is PR, so he can go around, do interviews, get people familiar with who Eddie Murphy is again. And then this is his reintroduction to the motherfucking nigga Eddie Murphy, who doesn't give a fuck, saying comedy, and people can't tear him down. And then he also has him saying what he said in his old comment, crazy. He's that kill cult because people go back and watch. They'll be like, this guy was wild. So he's covered those bases. So he's safe, you know?
Yeah. Do you know what he's hosting Saturday Night Live the end of December?
His rollout is perfect. And then he's coming with his special for, I think, New Year's Day or something like that.
Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah. Y'all ready for the slip?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. So there's the actress right here, the real actress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was at the beginning of Dolomite.
Yeah, so Human Tornadoes Part 2 of the Dolomite picks up right after. This shit was like the Marvel Universe. Shit just all connected together. You see the microphone, bro? You see that shit?
Yeah. That's the one that I watched. Did I watch the wrong one then?
Man, this made me want to go back and watch all of them now.
She knows karate.
They whooped his damn ass, boy. Look how smooth he was with that fake afro, bro. Never knew that shit was fake, man. His old ass.
With the first scene in the movie that I watched, he came out of jail and she got him out of jail. Is that the
That's Dolomite, yeah. That's not Human Tornado.
Because it went to that scene after. I don't know what the fuck I watched because it went to that scene after. In the first scene, the white guy was talking, the white cop saying, "We got to get you out of jail," and he lit the cigarette and he talked, and then he gave Dolomite a cigarette and he said, "Do you want a light?" And Dolomite, his acting skills, his body language looked like he was so nervous acting. He didn't want to be smoking the cigarette and like shaking. You know what I mean?
Bro, I found the whole Human Tornado movie for free on Netflix. I mean, on YouTube right now.
Yeah. I was about to shout that out, but he was like, "Nah, I don't want the cigarette. I don't want the cigarette." Like he doesn't want it lit up. He just took it and like went like this. You know what I mean? But I think it's on. Shout out to Reel REEL Black. They got a lot of legendary shit. So check it out. Or go buy it.
They reenacted this scene in the movie and they did a great job.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely have to go watch these again.
I had everybody watching that shit freshman year of college, bro. Bitch, are you for real? And came out with his dick out.
Hey, yep.
Yo, I used to have viewing parties in college. And the way he incorporated the African drums to all the foolishness he was doing.
Yeah. And it's
There's Ernie Hudson right here from Ghostbusters driving the car. Fun fact right here. Drive, nigga, drive.
Oh, it got muted.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Nah, man, this movie's classic, man. It's legendary. Yeah, the one I watched, he came out of jail and he got in the fight with the cops who tried to arrest him. He threw the guy in the trunk and shit like that.
Yeah, it's Dolomite, bro. That's the first Dolomite.
Yeah, but it had that scene too. So I don't know. Maybe it was a splice up.
Yeah, I don't know. Watch Human Tornado.
I'm gonna have to cop it when I go to North Carolina or to go to the South again.
It's on Amazon. Buy Amazon copy.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, they remastered them on Blu-ray now.
Now on Prime. All right.